the Startup Junkies podcast I'm a startup junkie, 9-time serial entrepreneur, and we thought it would be interesting to interview the innovators and the disruptors, not the people that are on the coast or in the places you typically expect, but in flyover states. So for the past 3 years, we've had around 170 podcasts that are available on iTunes and now Spotify, where we talk to some really amazing people in all kinds of businesses, from new products and services to technology and everything in between. You'll hear Steve Case talk about the rise of the rest. I think this show really highlights the rise of the best, some of the best and brightest entrepreneurs anywhere in the country that happen to be in unexpected places, like here, Northwest Arkansas. So to build a sustained venture ecosystem that really works, you need a few key components. And the way we think about that is you have to work on talent, both entrepreneurial talent and also technical talent. You have to have available capital from angel stage through private equity. You have to have this regular recurring drumbeat of activities and events that will add belief that things like this are possible. You have to have engagement from institutions like universities, flagship enterprises, and the community at large. But in order to reinforce that belief, one of the critical components is this wealth creation effect, where people build something from scratch based on their own wits, maybe raise some money, and then have a nice exit or a liquidity event. They tend to reinvest that money, and that's what makes the whole machine work. So it's important to focus on those entrepreneurs that have built, scaled, and exited great ventures. So here's a little bit more about the Startup Junkies podcast. What started out as maybe an excuse to drink some really tasty beer from a local craft brewery or cidery on Fridays has become a way of storytelling that is now received in more than 70 countries worldwide. And we tend to draw entrepreneurs from every kind of business you can imagine. I think it's unscripted. There's rants, there's raves, there's a lot of good dialogue. Occasionally we'll go in real crazy directions with it, but it's something that I think is a worthy listen, and we've got a lot of people from around the world that think it's a good use of time. Okay, so we think this is a great opportunity. We love South by Southwest. In this next go-round in 2020, what we're going to do in the live podcast is interview 2 or 3 fantastic entrepreneurs in unexpected places like Northwest Arkansas or Texas or Oklahoma that have had fantastic exits. We want to learn from their journey. We want to understand how they did it, how they were able to do it in these places that are typically unexpected to build scalable ventures. We think it'll be great content for South by Southwest and will add a lot of value.